Hey there folks, this is FMD. I'm going to talk to you today about the whys and the hows of short length of pull shotgun stocks. To start, I'm going to take a standard length shotgun stock, illustrate some of the traditional stance, the way that we shoot the shotgun, and also show you why that doesn't work for tactical shotgun for personal defense. So with that, I'm going to start with an 835. That's a Mossberg 835. Just so happens that this is the only shotgun I have available with a long or standard length of pull stock. It's about 14.5 inches, and it's actually a beast. It's pretty heavy. Straight into a traditional stance, or a traditional way to shoot a shotgun. Typically, when we use one of these shotguns, we're told to stand with our feet about shoulder length apart. We blade our body, and when we bring up the shotgun, we put it in the pocket of our shoulder, and we raise the elbow. This allows me to get to the safety. I can wrap my thumb, no chance of hitting my nose. It also allows me to swing the shotgun. It allows me to do that in either direction. Pretty standard for trap shooting, wing shooting. Doesn't quite work for home defense, tactical shotguns, and here's why. I can't move. I'm static. I have to have my feet in this particular spot. What happens when I move my foot forward, say to take a step forward or to move, I suddenly become very, very unstable. Swinging is kind of difficult. Keeping the muzzle down, trying to swivel one way works. Trying to swivel this way, not so much. Now again, that's your traditional stance. Bladed to the target, gun up, elbow out. Doesn't work for home defense. Now we have a home defense shotgun, a little bit shorter in both barrel length and specifically in the length of the buttstock. This 590A1 has a length of pull of about 12.25 inches. Whether it's 12 inches, 12.25, 11.75, that's entirely up to you. It's personal preference. What is important is that it allows you to square up to the target. When you're squared up, you can step forward, step back, step to the side, and swing. Nice and stable. Nice and step forward. My stability stays. Step to the side. Scan, I can step, diagonal. No loss of range of motion while I'm doing that. We know that if we're static, we don't move, we make ourselves an easy target. To get into our shooting stance or our shooting position, we want to have our hip square to the target, shoulder square, feet shoulder length apart, maybe slightly wider. We want to bend the knees, want to bend the waist, and the way that it was explained to me was if you can imagine reaching across the bar for a beer. That's where we want that waist bend. It's in essence a wrestler stance. In that stance, our gun is brought up directly to our head, and we're ready to fire. Instead of using the shoulder pocket, we actually index pretty much off the center line of your clavicle, your collarbone. We bring the gun up and it sits here, right on the pectoral muscle. You'll notice I haven't wrapped my thumb. One, I've been shooting Mossbergs a little bit more lately, and you don't have to wrap your thumb. Matter of fact, laying your thumb up alongside the receiver makes it a little bit easier to get safety on and off. Not only that, but with a short length pull stock, wrapping your thumb, it's going to bloody your nose. As you can see, that's going to be painful under recoil. So what about recoil? The blading stance is a very stable shooting platform that allows for not very much muzzle rise. So what I'd like to do now is fire one round from each gun and see what kind of recoil impulse I've got, what kind of muzzle rise I've got. So, feet square to the target, hip square, shoulder square, bend at the knees, going to bend like I'm reaching over the bar. I'm going to bring the gun up to my head, disengage the safety, press off the ramp. That wasn't too bad. I didn't wrap my thumb, didn't get smacked in the nose. I feel it, but that was a full load of Federal 9-pellet buckshot. Here I have the 835. I'm going to blade to the target. I'm going to bring the gun up, fire off a round, and we'll see what kind of recoil impulse we get. While that wasn't unpleasant, I actually felt more recoil out of the 835 than I did out of the 590 squaring up. The squared stance actually channels recoil straight back into you instead of into your shoulder and up into your cheek. That short length of pull stock allows us to square up. That squared stance, if you will, allows us to move. I hope that the short video has shown you why we run the short length of pull shotgun stock and how to run the short length of pull shotgun stock. Thank you.